position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. To throw is Murray. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Midfield and into Charger territory. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitive.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Kansas City.
DeAndre Swift. Season, and the Chiefs are going to take a 1st quarter lead.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Philip Dorsett on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I've...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for highlights. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Complete to
just the 1st quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Campbell making the catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Olsen. Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again, Morgan. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
At the 40-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. From the gun, it's Morgan. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First down, Morgan with it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now Morgan to throw on 3rd down toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
For T.J. Hawkinson.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Chargers 10.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
You can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Murray going to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got in, Corey Davis. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Number 84, Corey Davis.
Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
An extra point is good.
Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing And that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up third.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Morgan sets up to throw on first down. Pass incomplete.
Morgan's pass.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes where people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Morgan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
And that takes us from second to third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
Brings up
at the 29 now. They'll head to the line, second and a yard.
From the gun, here's Swift.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Terrell Burgess on the tackle.
And back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now from Murray. Flush to his, and he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a second down coming up. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Being chased out left. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Murray with a third and long. Buying time to his left. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets them across midfield now for first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He'll air this one out deep for Davis, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. edge a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. Rolling to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
And that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
38-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
To Antonio Gibson.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Covered by C.J. Henderson.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Morgan. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Throwing from the gun is Morgan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
First down, Murray. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Not much there, only a yard. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On play action, it's Murray. And caught left side, Olsen. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to Greg Olsen.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. And his kick is good.
Makes the score, Chiefs 24.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something first.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
11 yards. It's 2nd down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three? Murray now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. But it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Murray. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That one good for 37 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Kyler Murray, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Chiefs 31. Chargers.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
48-yard line.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Well, he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard option downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It was Rashaan Evans there to put a nice hit on it. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run again with Logan. They'll go option to the short side. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 93 yards. And the Chargers have made this a one-score game. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Murray now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
It's a gain of
32 that time.
Kansas City.
Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Forced it. Murray fighting. Lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Is good.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Morgan will set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now it's SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Chargers on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On the run, it's Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Leonard Fournette stopped short of the marker on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's Khalil Mack, the All-Pro, in there to get him behind the line.
2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He can run for it, and he will. They will run it with Swift, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Chiefs add on to their lead. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise, And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Set down the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches? And
he's going to be intercepted a third time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
From just shy of midfield, Murray looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Logan. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing again, Murray. It's caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Greg Olsen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Morgan. And they'll get that to Fournette complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Morgan looks to throw it. They'll roll him out right. Looking downfield. He's got a man. Complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play there for the Chargers. 58 yards.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Morgan. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Leonard Fournette.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Second.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, L.A. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But it brings up fourth down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Chiefs.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage. I
thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Back to throw it, Murray.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. Stepping up, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. it's out. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Murray on the sneak. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for fourth down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, get...